May we always remember that we are in the presence of God. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Lord God, we praise you, we glorify you, and worship you. We thank you for blessing us with this wonderful day that you have created for us. Almighty Father, we ask that you guide all players so they may practice camaraderie, sportsmanship, and kindness. May they have humble hearts even though defeat or victory. May they use their gifts and skills for good and to inspire others. May they glorify your name in everything they do. Protect them from injury, from harm, and from disagreements. Lord Jesus, we also ask that you protect and guide all coaches, staff, family members, and supporters of Junior MPBL. May they be reminded that they are role models and inspirations of these kids so they may practice modesty and compassion. May you also protect this venue, the sound system, all technical equipment, and all materials that we will use today. We ask that you remove anything that is not from you and replace it with your kindness, love, and compassion. And we also offer a prayer to Rain Reños. May he continue to be an inspiration to other kids and his colleagues. May you forgive all his sins and welcome him into your heavenly kingdom. Eternal rest grant unto Rain, O Lord, and may perpetual light shine upon him. May he rest in peace. We also pray for his family and loved ones. May they find peace and comfort through God's grace and mercy. We ask all this in your mighty and powerful name. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to. Mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to.
Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
Liga ng bayan na to. Mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to. Mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to.
Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
Rise and shine, Pilipinas. We are here to bring you action-filled youth basketball games from the premier youth basketball league in the country. We headline 9 games today for our Hot Shot Saturday as we are live from no other than the food capital of the Philippines, San Fernando, Pampanga, as we bring you the live coverage of the games of the Apex Gaming 88 Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. So for our games today, for the first 3 sets, we have Leyte versus Davao. Second set, we have Quezon and Las Piñas. And for the last set, we have, of course, the home team Pampanga going up against the Rizal Switch Fiber. So those are definitely matches that we will indeed watch out for. But it's Chop Pangilinan calling the action with Coach Mark Dandan and our courtside reporter, Miss Andrea Veloso. So this match is between, of course, our Davao Red Cubs and our Leyte Sure Homes. As, of course, itong Leyte, we can see sa team standings na they are currently 5th. So if they win this ball game, they will have a chance to have a higher position sa rankings. But if they lose, they will stay at 5th place. Samantalang ito namang Davao Red Cubs, unfortunately, they haven't won a game this season. But of course, naglalaro na lang sila for pride and respectability. And they don't want to end this season on a low note, no? And of course, let's talk about first Leyte's last match. It was against Las Piñas, where they won 62-57.
If you're looking at the rebounds, Leyte dominated the rebounding aspect 45-35, giving them more possessions. In a close game like that, every possession counts, and that's what Leyte did to get that victory over Las Piñas.
Every possession counts indeed. Now for our next team, the Davao Red Cubs, they lost against the Muntinlupa Emeralds 90-55.
No, despite the obvious disadvantages there, they shot very well, talking about Davao, but on the rebounding aspect and the assists, they're sorely outplayed by nitong Muntinlupa. So Davao will have to do a better job today blocking out. The enemy doesn't have the height advantage that Muntinlupa had over Davao, so they could be in a better position to win and get that elusive first victory.
And now that we've talked about the teams as a whole, now let's talk about individual players. Of course, we have our marquee matchup. On the first side, we have Zar Escoto. On the other side, we have Mr. Ashley Sarmiento.
Zar Escoto leading his team with almost 13 points a game, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals. On the other hand, Ashley Sarmiento, the leading scorer for the Davao Red Cubs, at also 13.5 points per game, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. It's going to be an interesting matchup. Medyo kasi pareho yung paglaro nila, yung style of play. So it's going to be fun to see them guard each other this morning.
And those are definitely the players that you should watch out for in our ball game. But let's waste no time further. Let's turn it over to our arena announcer.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is the exciting part of Junior MPBL, the last 2 days of elimination, as I welcome you here in Bren Convention Center from Prince of Pampanga. Here we go for the first match of Apex Gaming 88 Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL inaugural season. It's time for your Leyte Sure Homes 14 under and Davao Red Cubs 14 under. Introducing first the starters of Leyte Sure Homes 14 under. Playing shooting guard number 5, Cesar Escoto. Playing point guard number 8, Yuan Samkuaizon. Playing forward number 7, Justin Sadji. Center number 14, Naj Anthony Lopez. Playing power forward number 16, Francis Brent Rosales. The head coach of Leyte Sure Homes 14 under, Coach Stephen Marquidita. Assistant coach Ranchi Zanil. And now introducing the starters of Davao Red Cubs 14 under. Playing forward number 1, Michael Vasquez. Shooting guard number 5, Ashley Sarmiento. His guard number 6, Christian Salas. Power forward number 17, Simon Salvacion. Center number 24, Darvin De La Cruz. the head coach of Davao Red Cubs 14 under, Coach J. Mendez, assistant coach Richard Alcantara. The game's official at this match, your crew chief, Dong Ramos, Narlito Palarao, and Bon Racho. This is Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
Starting five for your latest sure homes, we have at the point guard Sam Coaizon. At shooting guard, we have Cesar Escoto, one of our marquee matchup players. At small forward, we have Justin D. Power forward, we have Francis Rosales. And at center, we have Naj Anthony Lopez. On the other side, for the Davao Red Cubs, we have Vasquez at 1, Sarmiento at shooting guard, Sales at our small forward, Salvacion at the 4, and last but not the least, De La Cruz at the center for your Davao Red Cubs.
Oh, very early we see Leyte trying to trap Davao at the half court, but Davao doing a great job breaking that press and scoring off it.
Vasquez registers the first 2 points in our competition as Leyte will look to answer back. However, Davao will get that escape with the ball. However, Salvacion was not able to catch that pass. And now here is Leyte running quickly early and will score 2.
Oh, early you see both teams trying to really push that pace. And Davao missing a layup there. Pero that's a good sign, especially for Davao. They're being aggressive despite the winless record. You know, they staying aggressive. They really want that first win in this tournament.
And Davao recovers after that missed three-pointer, but that is no good. Now here comes Leyte as we have a tied ball game here. Left wing. Attacking inside. And no good on that floater. Here's Vasquez running up the court. Vasquez will take it inside and will scoop that one in.
Davao finding a lot of success early in transition. Leyte has to do a better job getting down and stopping that ball early.
Now here is Rosales attacking inside and gets that lucky bounce for 2 points once more.
Oh, maaga pa lang, Cho. Walang gustong dumipensa dito sa Bren Giao Center. Offense, a premium for both teams.
That one was missed by Simon Salvacion. Here comes Leyte attacking the lane. That is good for number 16, Rosales.
Quite the finish from Rosales. Very advanced for his age. Bringing that ball up above his head against the shot blockers and the guys who tried to steal the ball.
Rosales will not get that one to fall. Here comes Leyte. Looks like they will take their time after running for quite some time. Gives it to Rosales in the corner. Rosales for 3. That's short. Kuha ni Sarmiento. Nagmamadali itong si Sarmiento. Here is Ashley. Off the mark right there. Now here comes Leyte on the other side. They are running once more. And no good on that other side either. However, they will recover. Banging bodies inside and a call will be the verdict of our officials.
Medyo megigil pa parehong teams. It's very early in the morning. They both traveled very far to get to this venue, so the excitement is there.
Leyte is up by 2 with just less than 7 minutes remaining. One foul on the hands of Davao right here, as it'll be number 14 of Leyte, that is Lopez, hitting 2 free throws for them.
The ref's calling it foul on the floor. So walang free throws dito for Leyte. Kaya as you said, Cho, mabilis talaga ang laro ng parehong teams sa to. They don't want to set up in the half court. Gusto nila maka-atake na maaga.
Now Leyte has this possession. Rosales on the wing, attacking the lane. Rosales inside pass, but Sarmiento was able to intercept that one. Sarmiento on the other side. Still no good for Ashley. However, his teammate is right there to clean up his mess. That is number 18, Lance Gontinas.
Good job trailing that play by Gontinas, making sure that he doesn't leave his teammate behind, even with the missed layup.
Lopez provides the screen. Attacking inside. That is a foul on the hands of Davao once more. That'll be their second foul of this quarter.
If you're Davao, you're not happy how you're playing that zone. Kasi the whole idea of playing a zone is to keep that ball on the perimeter and not allow penetrations like that straight to the basket. And that's what exactly happened there. So, that zone needs a little adjusting.
It'll be 2 free throws for this young lad right here as we have a tied ball game. Less than 6 minutes remaining. No fouls on the side of Leyte. On the other hand, 2 on the side of Davao. And again, Davao, of course, as we all know, there's a non-betting game for them. However, they do want to end the season on a high note.
Nobody wants a winless season. So it's not fun to have a season like that. You want a little respectability to your name when it comes to, especially in a league like ours, dito sa Junior MPBL. There's a lot of prestige for playing here in our league. So you want that inaugural win in this first season.
Yeah, and malayo lang ako konti, Coach, pero di ba yung mental toughness rin na pa-practice, lalo na mga bata to. Ang daling mag-give up kapag wala kang panalo, non-bearing yung next 2 games mo or yung last game mo after this one. But in this process, they're able to practice nga yung mental toughness nila. Because of course, when you reach the higher levels, marami naman tayong alam na, of course, teams in the collegiate leagues, may mga talonan, pero of course, they still keep going. Because ganun talaga ang larong basketball.
Ganun talaga. And the ball doesn't wait for you. Diba? You have to grow up along with it. And, for these kids ng Davao, a lot of grit and mental toughness yun nga ang kailangan dito. Kasi for games like this, alam mong no bearing. As a coach, you have to find different ways to motivate your guys to keep playing. Kasi they still have 2 games. 2 winnable games at that. So, the motivation will be crucial. And what will you play for, diba, if it's non-bearing? So, as the coaches know, you have to find that certain spark for this last push dito sa last 2 games nila.
I like the way, Coach, na you mentioned yung coach's perspective. Because, syempre, pag talonan, hindi lang naman players yung nagsasuffer. Syempre, yung coach kung paano niya i-handle yung mga players on the game. Diba? Alangan naman, pabayaan lang niya. Or bahala na kayo, anong gusto niyong gawin. Nakita naman natin si Coach JJ Mendez still hands-on. Nakatayo pa rin siya, still telling the players what to do. So, it's really a challenge for everybody on the team, not only the players.
Especially for the head coach, it's the biggest challenge kasi alam mong napakabata ng mga players mo and it's easy for these guys to lose confidence. Kasi nga, wala pa kayong panalo. But I'm sure the head coach is doing a great job keeping his guys in line and motivated to play hard and not just, kahit man hindi na pang playoffs, they want to win for their city and for each other. So that's how you can motivate these boys. And obvious naman from the start, these guys want to win this ball game.
Yeah, actually, Coach, if you're gonna watch yung past games itong Davao, I've covered them a couple of times. I can say na they're really a competitive team. They just really can't do it consistently. May mga times na nagko-collapse sila in the 3rd quarter, so with that, they lose the game. Pero they're more than capable of doing a lot of great things on the court.
It's just a matter of time. They put everything together. In this whole process, it's not overnight. Coaches will keep telling their boys that it might not happen tomorrow, it might not happen next week or next month, but it will happen. You just have to, as Joel Embiid would say, trust the process.
Less than 4 minutes remaining as we head back to our ball game. It's a 2-point lead here for Leyte as Davao tried to escape with that one. However, there is a bucket once more by Rosales.
Another great finish by Rosales, hanging in the air. Medyo hook shot na layup din.
And now here's Rosales once more after making that bucket earlier. He tried the same move but no good. And now here's Davao running up the floor. Vasquez against 3 defenders that time. Forced that one up, no good. And now here's Leyte once more as we have hit our 3-minute mark. And it'll be called a traveling violation for Mr. Rosales.
Rosales has been very aggressive to say the least dito sa start. But he's missed a couple of layups and one turnover there. He's trying to force the issue too much. Kasi 1-on-3 na yung last possession na yun.
Tirona with the basketball, gives it to the wing. Almost lost it that time. Here are the Red Cubs trying to make something out of nothing. As Tirona, short on that attempt, will give it to Salvacion on the wing. Now to the corner. They will try a three-pointer. That is too strong. Kuha na Leyte. And here comes the white shirts as they are leading by 4 in our first frame. And that is a friendly bounce from Manzanero.
Manzanero taking the contested shot. He had an open teammate in the corner, but buti na lang. Pumasok yun.
And now here's Salvacion will try that three-pointer. Does not get that to go. Go once more ng Leyte. And now we have 1 minute and 35 seconds remaining. Leyte leading by 6 right here. Will fire from 3. That is short. Manzanero almost got the ball. Kuha ni Tirona. Tirona attacking the lane. Tirona not finishing that time. And the possession will stay with the Red Cubs.
The last few possessions para dito sa Red Cubs. Pretty out of control to say the least. You've got guys going 1-on-3, 1-on-4, not finding an open teammate there. So they have to do or select better options dito pagdating sa offense nila. Get good quality shots out of their offense.
Now here comes Davao once more. That is forced. However, they will recover. Salvacion gives it to the corner. He will drive into the lane, kicks it out. Will try the three-pointer and still short of that attempt. Now here comes Leyte on the fast break. Almost lost the handle. Lomo gives it to Manzanero. But he will lose the handle and will turn the ball over.
These kids are all looking at the rim right now. Both teams, whenever they penetrate, they do have open teammates on the wings. Di lang nila nahanap kasi lahat sila nakatingin pa sa ngayon dito sa ring.
Just less than a minute remaining. Actually, 30 seconds remaining. 3 fouls on the side of Davao, 1 on the side of Leyte. As Sherholmes is leading by 6. Davao trying to make something. No good on that shot. Great defense by Leyte that time. Shot clock is off. 16 seconds remaining. Thought about that mid-ranger. Gives it to number 25, Pestano. 3-second violation that time. Another turnover on the side of Leyte.
Leyte just shooting themselves in the foot. Multiple turnovers dito sa first quarter natin. Not giving them a chance to really break away because they're getting stops but they're just not converting on offense.
4 seconds remaining. Another three-point attempt. And another foul call will be the verdict of our officials. Just less than a second remaining. 0.9 to be exact. Leyte leading by 6 right here. Salvacion inside. And great play by them, but couldn't execute on that basket. And as the time expires, that will be the end of our first frame. But before that, let's go to our Apex Gaming 88 move of the game. This was courtesy of Mr. Rosales. Sabi nga ni Coach Mark, hook shot na layup. And that'll be it for our first frame as Leyte is leading by 12 right here. And another angle of Rosales' move right there. Again, Leyte up by 12 as we will enter our second in a bit.
In basketball, victory is the culmination of teamwork, strategy, and relentless pursuit. It's the swish of the net echoing triumphantly, a testament to the hours of practice and the heart poured into every play. On the casino floor, victory is a dance with fortune.
Homes came prepared today as their mindset is already in the playoffs. But as per Coach Stephen, alam nilang lalaban talaga itong Davao, kaya naman hindi sila magpapakampante, lalo na at kulang din sila sa key players. Wala ang kanilang ormok homegrown, saan na sila Novales, Ponopio at Aureliano. Para naman kay Michaela Vasquez ng Davao, they will try to their best to win their last 2 games here in the Junior MPBL. At hindi naman malabong mangyari ito mga kaliga dahil nagbabalik din ang kanilang key players na wala last game na sina Christian Sales at Simon Salvacion. Pero bago muna yan mga kaliga, we would like to thank our partner Apex Gaming 88 for bringing the sheer fun here in the Junior MPBL dahil pwede ka na nga maglaro gamit lang ang inyong phone anytime, anywhere. But gaming is for 21 years old and above only, so keep it fun mga kaliga, game responsibly. Showing Coach Mark.
Thank you very much, Andre, on that report. And great mindset by Coach Stephen Ida. Na, of course, wala yung kanyang key players, so it'll be a challenge for them Lalo na itong Davao, they have nothing to lose, so they would definitely will battle it out right here as a three-pointer is made that time by number 7, that is Justin D.
Now looking at the first quarter statistics show one stat that really stands out. The assists. Leyte has 1, Davao 0. So it just says a lot about how that first quarter was played. A lot of one-on-one, no extra passing there, and minimal conversions. Davao's only shooting 3 out of 22 from the field. That's 13%. So not the best way to start a game that you want to win.
Here's Leyte leading by 9 right here. Quick 2 fouls on the side of Leyte. And now here comes Sherholmes on the run. And that is good from Cesar Escoto, one of our marquee matchup players discussed earlier. Here is Davao. That is stripped away from Salvacion. Now here comes the Leyte once more, not able to convert at that fast break. Salvacion with the board. He will run once more, looking to have a fast-paced quarter right here, but he will not convert in that fast break. Now Rosales, they are leading by 11 right here. He will try a three-pointer from the wing, that is short. Going to Rosales. And Rosales, just too big, too strong inside.
The front line for Leyte establishing their dominance here in the second quarter. Multiple offensive rebounds, negating Davao's attempts to go on the fast break.
And that is a failed pass right there from Davao. Here comes Leyte once more. Great defense that time by Sarmiento. However, Escoto will recover. Third try, still no good. And after 3 tries, that is no good for Escoto. After 4 tries, no good for Leyte. 5th try, still no good. But great effort in the rebounding department right there. But a basket right there by Rosales, of course, as a timeout will be called right here. 7:42 remaining.
In basketball, victory is the culmination of teamwork, strategy, and relentless pursuit. It's the swish of the net echoing triumphantly, a testament to the hours of practice and the heart poured into every play. On the casino floor, victory is a dance with fortune, where strategy and luck intertwine.
Liga, I have here with me the team manager of the Leyte Sherholmes, Sir Renchi Sanil. So good energy coming from the team this first quarters. So how would you maintain that good energy coming from the team till the last quarters?
First of all, don't underestimate the opponents, especially they are eager to have their first win. They don't have to be stagnant, just to maintain the energy and hopefully come up with a win.
Thank you for that, sir. So meron po ba kayong gustong pasalamatan over the end?
Of course, I would like to take this advantage in behalf of the Sherholmes CEO, Sherwin Peter Sevilla, and also Ben James Higuan. From Leyte and Samar, nangangaro kami bulig financially, especially this coming playoffs. So please support our players this coming playoffs.
Thank you so much, Coach, and good luck po for the game. Pero bago muna yung makliga, we would like to thank our partner Apex Gaming 88 for bringing the sheer fun here in the Junior MPBL dahil pwede ka na nga maglaro at manalo gamit lang ang inyong phone anytime, anywhere. But gaming is for 21 years old and above only, so keep it fun mga kaliga, game responsibly. Choi and Coach Mark.
Thank you very much, Andre. Great point right there. Actually, yung mga teams like Davao, yung mga walang talo, sila pa yung mga nakakatakot talaga kalaban because, again, they have nothing to lose. And they will definitely bring out their A game kapag kalaban ka.
Totoo yan, so, teams like that where their backs to the wall are really the most dangerous ones, especially for Leyte, who's playing actually for a better playoff spot. So, kung Leyte ka, you're starting very well here, 24-6, but you have to keep it up. You can't rest, you can't relax, develop bad habits going into the playoffs.
And a lot of three-point attempts right here para sa Davao. They are certainly confident in their shootings, but I believe the percentage won't justify that. 18-point lead here for Leyte. However, 3 fouls now on their name. It's a lot of time left in our second frame. It will be number 24, Darvin De La Cruz, their starting center. shooting some free throws right here. Will miss the first one. And so far, it's Vasquez who's leading the charge for this Davao Red Cub squad with 4 points. On the other side naman, we have Rosales. Of course, I have mentioned his name a lot of times so far. 10 points for a young guy.
No, Cho, it's been almost 10 minutes of actual game time since Davao last made the basket. They were at 6 points with over 5 minutes left no first quarter natin. And here in the second quarter, it's almost down to 6 minutes. So it's been really a big struggle para sa offense nila because it's always been one player with the ball taking a shot and no extra passing, no offensive rebounds. So they'll have to do a better job executing in their offense. Passing, moving that basketball around, looking for, again, an open man for quality shot.
That is actually impressive considering na itong Leyte, they are missing 3 key players. So that means kung sino man yung naglalaro ngayon, they are really stepping up.
And that's the mentality you want to have for Leyte. You know, next man up. Lalo na pagdating sa playoffs, kailangan mas malalim yung rotations nila. So it will take everyone to get too far into the playoffs dito sa Junior MPBL.
Yeah, exactly. Sumakto yung playoffs natin. Bare months pa. Of course, maraming mga prior commitments sa mga players natin. Who knows, di ba? Baka may mga di makapunta, di makalaro. And kung sino man matira, of course, they really need to step up. As Leyte is leading by 20 right here. However, they have 3 fouls again on their name. So if you're Davao, you want to attack the basket and hope na ma-reach na lang yung foul limit.
Well, they've been attacking but they're getting blocked every time. Kasi nga, one-on-one lang lahat ng atake nila. Di tulad nito Leyte, they're getting second opportunities from their offensive rebounding.
That is a traveling violation right there by Samaniego. And we have reached past our 5-minute mark. And there's still no bucket for Davao. They're really struggling, as Coach Mark said, for the past more than 10 minutes. However, it's in Sarmiento's hands, in their leading scorer, Salvacion. Great ball movement here. And they should execute more of that.
And that's what we've been talking about the past few minutes. Davao trying to execute and move the ball, find an open man for a quality shot, and that's what happened there against the zone of Leyte.
And after struggling for a while, they finally register on their first bucket of the second quarter. They're leading by 18 right now, or they are trailing by 18 right now. Still no foul on their name. Manzanero will receive that inside and gets that lucky roll. That is Lomo, number 29 of Leyte. Here comes Sarmiento attacking. Sarmiento, no good on that attempt. Salvacion lost the handle. Kuha ng Leyte once more. And they will try to attack once more, and that is short. Recovered by them. Great save right there. Pestano being guarded by Sarmiento. He will attack. Crazy shot, but will get fouled.
Mahilig mag-sidestep itong mga players na Leyte. No? Lahat sila right to left lagi sidestep eh.
And with that, it's the first foul for Davao. And it's a 20-point lead for Leyte. Just under 4 minutes remaining in our second frame. As it will be number 25 of Leyte shooting free throws. That is Enzo Pestaño, their captain ball. And he missed that first free throw. Second one is good for them. Make that a 19-point lead for Leyte. Or a 21-point lead rather for Leyte. Salvacion gives it to the corner. Sarmiento will try another one. That is too strong. His teammate will recover it. There will be a foul once more on the side of Davao.
No, you can't fault Davao for, lack of trying. They've been very aggressive the whole half. But yun nga, just the poor quality of the shots they're taking is leading to a lot of fast breaks para dito sa Leyte.
It seems like whatever they're trying to do is not working for them. However, yung basket nila kanina, it was off a great passing rally. So I think they really should make more of those. However, bucket is good right there for Leyte.
Again, another bad shot, another fast break attempt para dito sa Leyte. It's not been pretty offensively for Davao for the lack of ball movement because they want to take the one-on-one attempts or one pass, one shot. So they're just feeding into the play style of Leyte because of their bad takes on offense.
Now here is Leyte trying to add more blood to the wound. Gives it to the middle. Back to the wing. Will drive inside. That floater is good once more for Leyte. They are just feeling it right now. And now here is Davao. Really battling for dear life right here. And finally, Vasquez will register their team into the double-digit mark.
Again, so ball movement leading to good shots. Yun ang kailangan gawin ng Davao more.
Here comes Leyte, another sidestep attempt. That is short. And another putback is good by Lopez. Make that a 25-point lead for Leyte. As we have 1 minute and 23 seconds remaining. 4 fouls in the name of Leyte. Davao has won.
Rebounding-wise, it's been very ugly as well. Leyte absolutely dominating the rebounding. 34-19 yung advantage nila. That's why they're able to get out on the fast break and get these easy layups.
And now, here is Leyte. No good on that one. However, a foul will be called on Davao, as that'll be their second foul, or rather on the side of Leyte. As Davao will get possession right here, as we have hit our 1 minute mark. Correction, it'll be free throws for Mr. De La Cruz, their starting center. As we have 56 seconds remaining on our first half clock. Mr. De La Cruz will hit that one. De La Cruz will not hit the second one. Rebound here by Leyte. Looks like they will still run and will not take their time at all, as Rosales once more converts.
Rosales showing the entire finishing package. Kanina nakikita natin all right. This time finishing with his left.
Couldn't get that lucky bounce for Simon Salvacion. On the other side, tried that bump, but it's an offensive foul for Cesar Escoto.
Just a little nudge there from Escoto. If only he didn't hunt the contact. Kasi medyo usually pag ganyan, sasabayan mo na bangga, but yun hinanap niya. Nauna siya sa contact. That's why he was called for the offensive foul.
Teardrop is good, as Davao has been hitting shots on the dying seconds of this quarter. Here comes Rosales. Rosales will get fouled once more, as it's only the second foul nitong Davao. Possession remains.
Sorry, Cho, but Rosales just going around 5 Davao players. It's not been that kind of morning for Davao. They make a basket, but they allow Rosales to get deep. We have a timeout.
In basketball, victory is the culmination of teamwork, strategy, and relentless pursuit. It's the swish of the net echoing triumphantly, a testament to the hours of practice and the heart poured into every play. On the casino floor, victory is a dance with fortune, where strategy and luck intertwine. Elevate your game with Apex. Register now.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo, ang liga.
37-13, Leyte up by 24, 8 seconds remaining. Leyte trying to score more. Saves that one. However, Davao will gain possession. But clock will expire right here, as that'll be the end of our first half. Score is 37-13. Leyte up by 24 right here, as we will continue our third quarter after this. But before that, our move of the game presented by Apex Gaming 88. And that great passing rally that gave Davao yung basket nila. However, free throw will be awarded to number 25, that is Tirona, before we end our second quarter rather. First one is good for Tirona. Cuts it to 23, a chance to cut it to 22 before we end our first half. And he will not convert the second one, as a 23-point lead here by Leyte. Third quarter will begin in a while.
Makakatulong ang junior MPBL sa future career ko para gumaling palalo at ma-discover ng ibang schools.
Paano makakatulong ang junior MPBL sa future career ko? Junior MPBL can help me by giving me the exposure that I need.
Makakatulong po sa akin junior MPBL para mas tumaas yung basketball level ko at yung experience din po para madala ko po sa NCAA game namin.
Makakatulong po to sa mga aspiring players, and unang-una sa lahat po yung exposure ko dito sa liga na to. And sa future ko rin po, pag nakuha po ako ng mga schools.
Nagkaiba po ng junior MPBL sa mga liga nilalaroan ko is yung dito po yung sa ligang po to, talaga pong marami pong malalakas na kasali at talaga pong may sistema, and dito po dito ko po may papakita yung talent ko para po may scout po ako ng mga ibang school na malalaki, ng mga university.
Siyempre yung junior MPBL, mas mataas yung mga funds and may mga mas magagandang venue, and yung mga live stream mas magaganda siya.
Junior MPBL is different because it can lend me a lot of opportunities.
Pinagkaiba ng junior MPBL sa mga nilalaro kong liga, ang junior MPBL naka-televise at maganda yung coverage.
Tulong po tong MPBL junior na to sa journey ko. Unang-una last sa lahat is pag nakapasok po ako sa NCAA or UAP is hindi na po ako maninibago. Parang ma-adapt ko na po yung mga natutunan ko sa galing sa coaches ko po ngayon.
Makakatulong yung junior MPBL sa journey ko para ma-discover lalo sa ang ibang schools and coaches.
Tulong ang junior MPBL sa basketball career ko dahil mas mahirap ang training, tsaka mas magagaling kalaban, kaya mas kailangan kong gumaling.
Tulong ito na mapunta ako sa ibang school na mabigyan ako ng opportunity ng mga coaches. And ngayon nasa San Sebastian, Recoletos, Manila na ako. Thank you kay Coach John Calios and Coach Martin.
In basketball, victory is the culmination of teamwork, strategy, and relentless pursuit. It's the swish of the net echoing triumphantly, a testament to the hours of practice and the heart poured into every play. On the casino floor, victory is a dance with fortune, where strategy and luck intertwine. Elevate your game with Apex. Register now.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior MPBL para sa'yo, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior MPBL para sa'yo, ang
MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugo.
Let's take a quick look of what transpired during the first half. Couple of highlights right here. Of course, Cesar Escoto, one of our marquee matchup players we mentioned a while ago. On the other side, another bucket for Davao. Of course, they've been really struggling, but they will look forward to improve that one. Of course, Rosales so far with 12 points in our contest. And a couple of threes, of course. They've made 2 3-pointers. For Leyte has made 2 of those. Another one right here was their second attempt. Ito namang great passing rally that gave or ended the drought nitong Davao after being stuck at the 6-point mark. Ito namang si Lomo, of course, one of the last buckets that happened during the second half. Yeah, a lot of buckets for Leyte so far. Ito namang Davao, a couple of hope being showcased, some daylight. However, if they continue to play hero ball, I'm sure they won't find much success in scoring, of course, not only inside but of course outside, as they've attempted 15 shots from the 3-point area but has made none.
As you said, so hero ball won't get you anywhere. Davao playing exactly that. They only have 3 assists, thanks mainly to a lot of one-on-one plays and no extra passing. They're shooting only 15% from the field in total. They're 6 of 39 from the field, and the bulk of that actually was towards the end of the first half. Nakakuha sila maraming layups. And to continue what you said, nakita natin sa highlight kanina that one basket that broke the drought nitong Davao, which went scoreless for a little more than 10 minutes of game time. You know that the passing and finding that open man, bihira nilang nagawa yun in the first half. As you can see sa assist naman, they only have 3. Pero that's something they have to consistently do. Regardless of the situation, even if they're down 23, that's something you have to consistently do para mabaon mo sa next game mo. It's going to be their last game. And from the looks of it, they're still going to look for that first win in that game.
Of course, they still have a lot of time to make up for what they did not do and what they should do better nung first half. But 5 seconds rather into our quarter. Quick call for our referees. Again, 23-point lead here for Leyte, as it'll be in the hands of Davao, looking to continue their newly found momentum nung dying seconds or dying minutes nung second quarter. Now here's Sarmiento, gives it to Salvacion for 3. Way off. Kuha ng Leyte right here. Tagle being guarded by Sarmiento. To the wing, now to the corner. Great defense here by Davao, and they will complete the steal. Davao will not convert that time. That is number 1 Vasquez, their captain ball, who got fouled in his attempt.
Now that's one way to jumpstart your offense. You get to stop, get on the fast break, and get to the free throw line. If you're struggling to make baskets, the smart play is to get to the free throw line and find your rhythm from there.
It looks like Vasquez will indeed find his rhythm on that first try. That'll be a 22-point lead, a chance to make it just 21. 2 out of 2 that time. And again, a little bit of daylight, a little bit of hope being shown right here by Davao, as we are 1 minute into our quarter. No good that time. Great defense by Davao, just upgrading what they were doing in the first half. But Sarmiento will turn the ball over right there after not being able to receive the pass from his teammate.
And you have to capitalize on stops that you get. Sayang naman yun. Kasi, again, another fast break opportunity. Sana para dito sa Davao, but he wasted that by throwing the ball away.
Tagle gives it to the corner, back to him. We'll try the three-pointer and will knock that one down from deep.
Nakikita naman natin yung difference between these two offenses. Leyte there, multiple passes leading to an open shot. Samantala itong Davao really looking for that one attempt or one pass in the shot.
Now De La Cruz gives it inside. And that was intercepted by Tagle. Great defense by Leyte. They are running. Tagle gives it to the other side. Will attack inside. Couple of dribbling moves, but will get called for the traveling violation. That is Mr. number 25, Pestaño, their captain ball.
Poor decision there for Pestaño, trying to take on that defense. Open teammate right behind him, failing to recognize him.
And a bucket is good right there on the side of Davao, courtesy of Mr. Gontinas. Still a 22-point lead for Leyte. Traveling violation once more. Turnover once more for Leyte. That is 10 turnovers in their name. Actually made that 11 after that one. As a plateau substitution will be inserted here by Coach Stephen Ida. Intercepted by Rosales. Kuha ni number 6, that is Kuwaison. Rosales on the wing. Back to Kuwaison. We'll try the three-pointer. That is way off. And now here are the red shirts looking to generate some offense. Not that time. Rosales will keep running. On the other side, as Rosales will convert on that 2 points.
Mukhang pinapractice talaga ni Rosales si sidestep na yun. Kanina pa niya hinahanap in transition. He's been successful at it.
That is intercepted as Davao completes the steal. They will continue to run. Floater. Gets that lucky bounce. That is Sales.
You'll take points wherever you can get it. Sales getting that fortuitous bounce on the floater.
Davao, even though they are making baskets right here, they're exchanging with their opponent. So we're stuck at 22 deficit mark. No good. Sarmiento. Sorry, miss right there by Ashley. Rosales running. Rosales will not score that time. Both teams really on a fast pace right here. Sarmiento will be forced to slow that one down. However, Sales will fire. Will not hit. Will get the rebound. Will give it inside. No good. And Leyte will get the ball and will run once more. However, finally, this game will be, or will have a stoppage right here with a foul.
Now both teams playing very out of control. Essentially the whole of the third quarter. It's almost 5 minutes left here in the third. It's been up and down, up and down. No setups whatsoever, leading to a lot of bad shots for both teams.
One foul on each of the team's name. Quick shot by Kuwaison. No one is really taking their time into taking their shots. Rosales, step back three. That is good for Rosales.
Escoto and Rosales have really played well together. Talagang hinahanap nila yung isa't isa whenever they're on offense.
That is considering Leyte has their key players depleted in our ball game. So, you can definitely tell na sila talaga yung mga pwedeng asahan whenever wala yung kanilang mga marquee players.
Yeah, this is a good chance then for guys sa Leyte na who don't really get much burn in terms of court time to show their coaches, Coach, I can contribute. I can be a valuable member of this lineup come the playoffs. So this is a good time for them to show out and show the coaches what they can do on the floor.
25-point lead for Leyte. However, Davao will intercept that one. The Red Cubs are running. Inside, no good from Vasquez. Rosales will get that basketball. He will keep running. Actually, will take that three-pointer. In and out for Mr. Rosales. 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Great drop pass right there. That was from Tirona to Vasquez. And that's what happens if you pass the leather.
And that's better ball movement from Davao. They're finding their teammates. And then the defense is also holding up. See that bad spill there. And I think that is that Escoto? It's Escoto. And they're getting turnovers, talking about Davao. Di lang talaga nila convert enough to make that run. Sabi mo kanina, Cho, nagsasagutan lang sila dito sa Leyte. But hindi pwede yun kasi lang lamang ang Leyte ng 23 points. So an exchange of baskets does not do Davao any favors.
Sarmiento will hit that three-pointer. However, it's still a 20-point lead for Leyte. 2 fouls on their name. Davao has 1. Davao has the basketball right here. Rosales will attack once more. Rosales will get called for that traveling violation after taking that extra step.
That's Sarmiento's first basket of the game, or one of the marquee players for Davao has really struggled.
Yeah, the formula has been really simple for Leyte. Of course, stop their leading scorer, their leading player. Of course, stop their whole offense. Or deplete man lang their basketball offense. Meanwhile, a foul has been called on Leyte, as that'll be their third one in this quarter. Salvacion will be the one to hit free throws right here. Of course, talking about Simon Salvacion, averaging 23 minutes per game, 11 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 dime. And so far, he's playing 22 minutes, so he's already exceeded yung kanyang average. Looks like he's one of the players talaga na pinagkakatiwala ni Coach JJ. However, of course, he will have to do better because they are training by a lot right here. And now here is Leyte. Great defense by Davao. Just pesky defense right here. And they will complete the steal. Will they complete the fast break? And they will not, but they will get fouled. And another set of free throws for Simon Salvacion.
Leyte falling into the trap. Multiple turnovers dito last few minutes natin. Allowing Davao to really get out on the fast break, get some easy attempts, or get to the free throw line.
Now here is Sarmiento. Being guarded by Samaniego, gives it to the wing. Sarmiento almost lost the handle. Tirona. That is no good from De La Cruz. Now here is Leyte. Attacking inside. Escoto will get fouled on his attempt as we have 1 minute and 19 seconds remaining in our third quarter. Next foul for Leyte is already under penalty. Samantala itong Davao still has 2 fouls to give. Escoto will make the first one. Talking about itong si Escoto, averaging 35 minutes per game. 12 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Heavy minutes for the guard right there. And mukhang this game will still be the same for him, as he is currently playing 18 minutes so far. However, a foul will be called on the side of Leyte as they've hit their foul limit. Sarmiento will be the one to shoot free throws on the line.
You know, Cho, dito sa third quarter natin, you know, it's almost a minute left, but Davao has really played better. Tandaan natin na halftime, they only scored 14 points. Now they're at 29. They've doubled their output from the first half, so that's a good sign for the Davao Red Cubs. They're actually winning this quarter 15-10. Make that 16.
If you add yung first quarter output nila to the second, it's 8 plus 6, so it's 14. More than pa yung na-generate nila in this quarter. So they really played well. However, still trailing by 18. So still not the time to celebrate. However, something to build up on entering the fourth quarter. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Sarmiento gives it to the corner. That is for 3. No good. Go ng Leyte. Almost a steal right there by Tirona. Actually, the ball will go, or will stay rather with, or we go with Davao after that great defense by Tirona. Turnover is complete and Sarmiento, however, will not score off that turnover. Go on the Tagle. 45 seconds remaining. They are trailing. They are up by 18. Rosales has a double-double. Gives it inside to Manzanares and completes that play. 30 seconds remaining. 20-point lead still for Leyte. Davao still has not been able to minimize that one. Salvacion loses the handle after a miscommunicated pass right there. 32 seconds remaining.
So, ang daming nasayang na opportunities na itong Davao. They got multiple turnovers dito sa quarter na to. Di nila ma-convert consistently. They could have been down maybe 12, 14 points lang heading into the fourth, but instead, they could be down 20 or more after this attempt.
No good that time. Kuha ni Sarmiento, he is running. Will pass it to his teammate. That is good for 2 points. That was courtesy of Paskogin. And the time will expire as our third quarter will come to an end. However, before that, Apex Gaming 88 brings you this move of the game. That pass from Rosales, who has a double-double, by the way, to Manzanares. So, double threat on the paint right there. Nothing you can do if you're Davao on that play. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. 50-32, Leyte up right here.
In basketball, victory is the culmination of teamwork, strategy, and relentless pursuit. It's the swish of the net echoing triumphantly, a testament.
Mga kaliga, I have here with me Assistant Coach Richard Alcantara of Davao RA Elite. So Coach, you always stay competitive as always here in every game. So in this last quarter, ano ba ang kailangan gawin ng team para makahabol?
Ngayon kasi yung game plan namin is talagang mag-enjoy lang yung mga bata eh. Tulad ngayon, hirap silang bumiyahe so wala sila sa focus. Paano sila makakarating ng maaga. May game pa kami kahapon. So niremind namin sila kagabi na pagdating natin sa game, enjoyin lang natin. Huwag na natin i-pressure yung sarili natin. Ayun lang, wala naman kami ginawang adjustment kasi kulang din sila eh. So yun lang.
Thank you so much for that, Coach. Meron ka bang gustong pasalamatan o batian?
Okay, gusto kong pasalamatan yung mga parents ng mga players namin, yung bumubuo ng Davao family, RA Elite, si Coach Ricky, at saka yung family ko. Yun lang mo.
Thank you so much, Coach, and good luck po for the game. Before anything else, mga kaliga, we would like to thank our partner Apex Gaming 88 for bringing this year fun here in the Junior MPBL dahil pwede ka na nga maglaro at manalo. Gamit lang ang inyong phone anytime, anywhere. But gaming is for 21 years old and above only. So keep it fun, mga kaliga. Game responsibly. Join Coach Mark.
Thank you very much, Adrian. Just an honest answer from Coach Richard Alcantara, no? Na may game daw sila kahapon, and of course, for the sake of the kids, ayaw na lang i-pressure, just enjoy the game, and actually, I admire that mindset.
No, it is. Kasi, again, they have nothing to lose coming to this ball game. You know, they just want to get that one win for respectability's sake. But right now, they're making a game out of this early run para dito sa Davao, taking advantage again, finally, of those turnovers na nafa-force nila with their defense. Let's see if they can keep it up. Kasi maaga pa naman, 9 minutes 20. It's only a 13-point lead para dito sa Leyte.
5-0 run so far. That came from a 17-point lead. However, Rosales, no good on that attempt. However, Leyte will recover, force that one up. Still no good. Rosales has the basketball. Rosales still no good. Davao has to do a better job of rebounding the basketball. Still no good for Davao or for Leyte. But they will recover it. No good for Rosales in that attempt. Finally, Davao has possession. Vasquez will get fouled on his way to the rim.
Multiple shot attempts there para sa Leyte. But kung napansin nyo, Cho, the quality again of the shots naman itong Leyte in that sequence is 2 contested 3-point shots, a forced layup, a blocked layup. So not really the formula for success na ginagawa nila in the first half.
Rosales forward pass. That was for Escoto, but he will get fouled as Davao will get their second foul of this quarter. Couple of substitutions right here for Coach JJ Mendez. Again, just down by 13 is Davao. Still a lot of time to recover from that lead. However, I'm sure Leyte won't allow that to easily happen. Talking about this Escoto again. A lot of heavy minutes for the guard. And I believe if yung key players nila tuluyang mawawala for the playoffs, I think he will have to play the same minutes he is averaging so far.
And for the looks of this game, pag nakarun pa itong Davao, he will have to stay the whole fourth quarter.
3-point attempt, no good. Pestaño gets the board. Now here is Escoto navigating the court. Great defense for number 11. That was Inaugural. Props to him, forcing an 8-second violation. However, a timeout will be called here by Davao as they are trailing by 13, 8 minutes and 4 seconds remaining.
Liga ng bayan na to.
13-point lead for Leyte. Just 8 minutes and 2 seconds remaining. 2 fouls on the name of Davao. Leyte has won. We continue this ball game. Sarmiento on the corner. Will feed his teammate inside. Some contact will be made. However, it's a turnover. Or rather a blocking foul as Davao will retain possession right here. Just under 8 minutes remaining. And Corshal hands it off to Sarmiento, being guarded by Escoto. And Corshal attacking. Will lose the leather. Manzanares, great defense. Escoto. Way off pass right there. That was intended for Rosales.
Ito yung mga bad habits na sinasabi ko kanina, Cho. When Leyte was up 23 points, 25 points, they step off the gas. Medyo pumetik sila na konti. Took those one-on-one shots, 4 shots. But now they're paying the price because of that. Nawala na yung momentum nila totally. So they're struggling offensively.
And so far, no basket for Leyte in our quarter. 5-0 run itong Davao, but they've also been struggling the past 2 to 3 minutes. No good that time, as we've hit our 7-minute mark. And again, another foul on the side of Davao right here.
Again, another turnover na force nila. Offensive foul dito para sa Leyte. But it's crucial for Davao now to convert on those turnovers. Kasi we only have 7 minutes left in this game. They've been getting open shots. Hindi na talaga pumapasok. So they have to keep going at it and be aggressive against this Leyte defense that likes to foul a lot.
Sarmiento being harassed right here. Almost lost the handle. He will try a 3-pointer, and that is finally good for Davao, and that will cut the lead to just 10 right here. However, they will get a steal once more as momentum is in their hands. They will cut the lead to just 8. More importantly, it's a single-digit lead As a timeout will be called here by Leyte. They're now just leading by 8. 6 minutes and 35 seconds remaining.
In basketball, victory is the culmination of teamwork, strategy, and relentless pursuit. It's the swish of the net echoing triumphantly, a testament to the hours of practice and the heart poured into every play. On the casino floor, victory is a dance with fortune, where strategy and luck intertwine. Elevate your game with Apex. Register now.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior MPBL para sa'yo.
Back to the ball game again. Leyte now just leading by 8 after that other 5-0 run on Davao. Actually, dalawa na yun, no? Actually, it was separate because medyo nag-struggle in between yung Davao, but technically speaking, it was a 10-0 run so far for Davao. Still a lot of time to cut this lead to a 1-possession game before we head at our 2-minute mark. And no good in that attempt for Leyte as Davao will gain possession right here. Get a chance to cut the lead and make it a 2-possession game. Sarmiento being guarded by Escoto. He has a screen. We'll give it to the wing. Inside, Vasquez will get fouled. And Davao will retain possession right here. 4th foul on the side of Leyte. So one more. Actually, they have reached their limit, and the next one will give free throws to their opponents. That is not looking good for Leyte.
Again, Davao still has the time to really cut down in this lead. 6 minutes pa dito sa 4th quarter natin. Their defense is holding. Their offense has to do the same.
Davao right here on the wing. Gives it to the corner. Sarmiento being guarded. That is Salvacion off the glass. A much-needed basket that time. Just now a 6-point deficit being faced here by Davao. Another turnover on the side of Leyte.
It's like the Leyte that showed up the first 3 quarters went home early. Nakalimutan na nila what got them to this point.
And what, or no better time for Davao to peak or to return and recover into this ball game than now. Salvacion once more. That is 2 straight points for Salvacion and a 14-0 run for this Davao squad. However, that run will be silenced by Leyte at that time. Salvacion, 6 straight points for the power forward. Just a 4-point lead right now. Sarmiento gets called for that double dribbling violation.
This press has been amazing para dito sa Davao. Forcing turnover after turnover para dito sa Leyte. Leyte is only successful once in breaking it, leading to that layup earlier. Pero so far, it's been just turnovers for Leyte in this quarter.
Rosales running. Rosales will silence yung 6-0 run nito ni, or 6 straight points nito ni Simon Salvacion. Salvacion gives it to Sarmiento. He will attack. No good. But Sarmiento will try once more. And still no good for one of the key players nitong Davao. However, Escoto will spin but will not make that basket. 6-point lead here for Leyte.
No, you like what Escoto and Rosales are doing. No, they've been struggling, so they're attacking aggressively to the basket every time they get the basketball. And these two guys are just too big and too strong for these individual defenders ng Davao. Literally nobody can really get in their way and stop them once they have that momentum going downhill.
Just 4 minutes and 38 seconds remaining. Davao has 1 foul to give. Ito namang Leyte has no more fouls to give. As Leyte will make that free throw, making it an 8-point lead. And now here is Davao once more. Will they be able to keep their momentum? As Salvacion will attack, gives it inside, and they will indeed keep their momentum as De La Cruz hits that 2-pointer.
Great look there by Salvacion, finding De La Cruz underneath the basket.
That is off. Ang kuha ni De La Cruz. They are running. Sarmiento gives it to the corner. Tirona back to Sarmiento for 3. That is short. Rosales running. Forward pass. That is good. That is from Pestaño. They will lose it once more. As Rosales has the basketball, he will attack and he will not finish that time. Now here is Davao. They are running, they are rushing. They will not score. Salvacion. Now to the corner. Both teams wrestling for the basketball, but they will stay with the Davao Red Cubs. 8-point lead here for Leyte. However, timeout is called here by Coach JJ Mendez. 8-point lead for Leyte, 3 minutes and 35 seconds remaining.
In basketball, victory is the culmination of teamwork, strategy, and relentless pursuit. It's the swish of the net echoing triumphantly, a testament to the hours of practice and the heart poured into every play. On the casino floor, victory is a dance with fortune, where strategy and luck intertwine.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo, ang liga ng bayan.
3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. 8-point lead for Leyte right here. Davao still has the time to recover. Sarmiento wasn't aware of the time. Leyte was actually continued playing, but then again it was a 24 shot clock violation, so that means there will be stoppage right there.
It's been a long morning para dito kay RC Sarmiento. Again, as you said, one of our marquee players to watch for this game for Davao. He does have 7 points, but he struggled mightily from the field. He's only made 3 field goals to go through his name.
No good at that attempt. And a miscommunicated pass. Escoto. Great ball movement by Leyte. And a 3-pointer will be sent by Mr. Pestaño, the captain boy. And he will get a steal. Pestaño on the other side, 5 straight points for the young guy, and that is a 13-point lead right now for Leyte. Salvacion gets fouled on that reverse layup attempt, and Leyte is now back within double digits.
Pestaño has been big dito sa fourth quarter for Leyte. He was able to get those crucial layups when San Beda was in the middle of that big run. They were only up 4 points when Pestaño made that first layup to get them up to 6. And then he had another layup. After that, as you said, yung 6 straight points nitong si Sarmiento, he broke that run by Sarmiento by getting another layup, and then he gets another one here in transition. So it's been a big quarter for Pestaño as their captain ball. Talagang he steadied the ship nung nagra-run itong Davao, sorry.
Escoto in the middle. We are 24 seconds away from our 2-minute mark. That is intercepted by Salvacion. Well, here comes Davao, trying to still get a catch of hope, as that is no good. However, Salvacion will get the rebound. Salvacion once more. That is short. But Davao will recover once more for their third try. Pero kuha nito na Escoto. Forward pass. Pestaño will complete that breakaway layup. As it's now a 14-point lead for Leyte right here. Of course, we entered our 2-minute mark. And yun yung sinasabi natin, Coach, na itong Davao, if you've been watching their games, you know that they can indeed deliver. You know that they're capable of really just playing good basketball, but as we can see, they're not doing it in a consistent rate. That's why they're up by 16 all of a sudden. Kanina, up by 6 lang. Because after that, again, a run, 10-0 run to start the fourth. They've completely collapsed right here, so the issue is really consistency.
It is. Plus, you know, the struggles of their main guy, Ashley Sarmiento, not able to hit those big baskets sana. When they were only down 4 points, he had multiple attempts. Wide open threes and layups, pero hindi lang talaga niya na-shoot. So it's been the lack of firepower, so to speak, para dito sa Davao, which really caused what, you know, that early lead for Leyte. They were down 25, talking about Davao, because of the lack of firepower. And then when they made that run, they got it down to 4 because of their defense, mainly. Pero nung bumagal uli laro, the lack of firepower, again, showed the weakness para dito sa Davao Red Cubs.
Manzanares is running. Bigay ni Rosales. Rosales, what a reverse, or not a reverse rather, but an acrobatic layup from Rosales. And we enter our last minute of the ball game. I think it's safe to say that Leyte has this one in the books. And with that, or with this W, they will move up after, as of after this ball game, they will move to third place. Because even though they have the same record with Muntinlupa, they were able to beat Muntinlupa, so they're ahead of them in the standings. Samantalang itong, of course, Davao still at the bottom, still has 1 game to go, so still has the chance to fight for pride, to not end their season in a very low note. Itong Leyte, actually, they're 5-0 in their last 5 games. So they really have been on a roll. They've been really on a momentum, a good kind of momentum. They're 6-3 overall. Tinuang Davao, again, 1 more game after this, has a chance to redeem themselves. 1 more chance to redeem themselves for what they've been doing in this whole season. Again, consistency has been the issue for them, but of course, the pressure is not there anymore. Sabi ni Coach Richard, Coach JJ Mendez, not pressuring the kids, telling them to just enjoy the basketball game, to just play their hearts out, of course. And hopefully itong Davao will get their win and will, of course, end the season kahit paano nakangiti. As another bucket is made right here. 10 seconds remaining. That is no good, and I believe that'll be the last one. However, he will still attempt. So he will not. That'll be it for our ball game, as our final score is 69-53, a 16-point victory by Leyte right here. Great performance by Leyte right here, even though they kind of collapsed in the third quarter, giving a 10-0 run for Davao. But meanwhile, let's take a quick look on our move of the game presented by Apex Gaming 88. That acrobatic finish by no other than Mr. Rosales, who has a 20-20 game. But you will hear more of him later, of course. But again, great basketball game itong Leyte. Just a dominant game for them. Even though, again, they kind of collapsed. They still recovered in the fourth. Recovered from that 8-point. They had an 8-point lead, but they made it to a 13-point lead and a 16-point lead after a quick run. So great recovery by Leyte, even though wala yung kanilang 3 key players. doing their best. Of course, may mga players din sila nag-step up talaga. But let's turn it over to Miss Andrea Veloso for our player of the game.
Our Apex Gaming 88, the best player of the game, Francis Bren Rosales from the 14 under. Leyte Homes finishing with 21 points, 20 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block. Wow, a double-double for performance coming from you, Francis. So sa tingin mo, ano ba ang pinaka nagpanalo sa inyo this game?
Nagpanalo sa amin ay yung depensa namin at marami kaming na opensa sa amin na team dito.
Congratulations, Francis. Meron ka magustong pasalamatan na batiin?
Salamat po dyan kay Mama at saka Papa. Mga tita dyan at Lola, Lolo. Maraming salamat sa suporta sa inyo. Dyan sa barangay namin. Maraming salamat sa suporta.
Congratulations again, our Apex Gaming 88 best player of the game, Francis Brent Rosales from the 14 under Leyte Homes. Back to the panel.
Thank you very much, Andrea, once again. That was Mr. Rosales, not only a double-double, but a 20 double-double. So that is such an extraordinary feat to achieve, lalo na if you're playing in the 14 under division. Of course, the sky's the limit for this young lad. But take a quick look of what transpired again. Quick summary lang. It was a very actually good game for Leyte. Kind of collapsed in the late part of the game, but recovered. Ito namang Davao had hints of coming back, but wasn't able to do it in a consistent rate. And itong Leyte had the time to just recover again. 69-53, a 16-point W for Leyte as we will return for our second game. Still the same teams, but for the 16 under division.